Good morning, all. Just getting set up in our space here this morning. It's nice to be back. This is Journey Home Meditation, and this is our morning sit. As we come in together, we'll find our meditation posture. It could be on a mat or a pillow on the floor, with your legs crossed. Now there's many positions that you can do with your feet here, so choose the one that is the most comfortable for you to sustain for some time. We'll be here for a bit this morning. I personally like to find a comfortable position in what's called half lotus. It's one leg on top of the other. But I'm also sitting on a pillow and a bolster. And this is going to help boost my seat above my knees, allowing for good blood flow and good nerve movement of energy and feeling and sensation up and down the nerves to the spinal column. This helps me to not have numb legs, which can become a distraction at first. We're going to pull our spines erect and elongated, like there's something pulling us from the top of our head straight up. Chins parallel to the floor, shoulders dropped, shoulder blades pulled together slightly in the back. This is going to help open the chest, increasing the air capacity very subtly, but as we've learned, the most subtle shifts create the most drastic changes. And breathe. We're going to let our hands come down with our arms laying along the side of our body. And my hands are resting on my lap, palms up. And I'm in what's called Jin Mudra. Jin Mudra is Chin Mudra, but upwards. When you begin to find your meditation posture, this is the position of the body in a way that is balanced, without strain. The position you can breathe deeply with the diaphragm, freely and easily. We'll find this balance. And breathe. You can close your eyes or allow your eyes to be softly opened with the gaze just in front of you a few feet, unfocused. Either way is okay. As we're breathing with the diaphragm, our stomach will expand and collapse with the breaths. Bring your focus of your awareness to that sensation of the air filling the body. And release. We're just going to get ourselves comfortable here. Notice the timbre of the breath. We're not changing the breath, not modifying a technique, just noticing. The breath is telling us what we can't hear from the body necessarily. We've become quite practiced at dissociating from our body voice. And as you settle into relaxation, which is to let down your guards, to be vulnerable, to be loose, to be open, your breath will let you know. It's within this calm that we can find stillness. And in the stillness, we hear the silence. We'll invite the bell, and we'll begin to follow our breath. With the in-breath, we feel the breath moving through the tip of our nose, through our nostrils, into our bodies, down into the lungs, expanding the stomach and the diaphragm. And as we exhale, we'll follow the sensation of the stomach falling as the diaphragm contracts. the air leaving the lungs through the sinuses and out of the nose. And if it helps on the in-breath to think, I am breathing in, and on the out-breath to think, I am breathing out, this is okay. Because sometimes we are having many thoughts at once. So focusing on one thought and connecting the one thought to the sensation. This is the awareness of the body. And then awareness of the body and awareness of the mind can allow for us to go deeper into meditation, because we can begin to understand that I am not the body. I am not the mind. It's a lovely sound. Just follow the breath today. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. And if you find yourself chasing a thought, if you realize that you're breathing and unaware, it's okay. Just bring it back. So I am breathing in. I am breathing out. You may begin to notice certain sensations arising in the body. It's okay. If you need to adjust, just adjust and keep moving forward. The more we bring our focus and attention to it, the more we allow ourselves to be caught in a thought. Feel the expanse of the body with every in-breath. It's as if our thoughts are like a dense forest. As we move forward, we begin brushing up against them. Some of them are quite massive, and we have to maneuver our way through to create a path. And each in-breath is the sensation of awareness of all of these obstacles. And each out-breath is a step forward. So as we breathe in, think, I am aware. And as we breathe out, I am letting go. I'm aware. I am letting go. Bring our awareness back to the body. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Can slowly bring the body back into movement. Warming the palms, stretching the hands.
Great job, TJ. He's not angry, folks. Bye.
And as you open your eyes and take in the light of the day, let it fill you with
Sorry, baby.
happiness.
Oh,
Because why not? Because in this moment, right now, when you're sitting, you can be that. Allowing a smile to come to the face is a really good way to
yeah, start feeling
assist
again.
the body and the
Stretch.
mind,
Not
connection
being
of the
aware.
mind-body into receiving. Because it's hard to block or reject anything if we are smiling. Just sit with the awareness of the body for a moment. If you have a journal, this can be an okay time to take down any notes that you want. Keeping a loose record or even a very strict record, a disciplined record of your meditations, for some people can be quite helpful. It can help us understand a bit more about our process and about where we're getting to when we go into those places, what's opening up for us, where we might still be feeling a bit closed. Sometimes we don't know we were closed until we open a space, right? And it's like, oh, what is that? What is that? And then you explore. It's nice to be back. It makes me back home, for sure. And I thought I would give this, with all this disruption of traveling and being in vehicles for hours out of the day and going from one place to the next and all the busyness of the city, I thought it'd be nice when I came back to maybe change our setting up a bit too. So I'm going to give this a shot so that I can sit in a different meditation posture for a while. I find that while there's no strict rule about how to place the body in meditation in some lineages, right? In some there are. In some there are definitely very tight parameters with how you sit, with how you hold the body, how you breathe, where you're bringing awareness if you are. But in this practice that I have, I'm trying to gain an intuitive awareness of myself, right? We do a lot of different types of work throughout our day, processing, or oftentimes the work that we're doing is actively living in memory. We're recalling memories to be able to experience a situation without too much stimulus, because sometimes we feel so overwhelmed that we begin kind of functioning on autopilot in a lot of ways. And this practice for me is reminding myself that I am present in every moment. There is a presence. And the ability to understand exactly or closely enough, approximately, to understand approximately where it is that I am filled up. And I just can't take any more. And I can go to that place and I can empty it. Right? So this is a process, a daily meditation on letting go. And this is done so that I can receive. Because it's when we let go of our stories or our notions of what something is, who someone is, how something is. When we let go of the is, we can begin to experience the wonder of what is becoming. Right? What is becoming. And then things aren't so paper thin. All of a sudden, our worlds can become more dynamic. There's more dimensions to everything we experience. So it's when I'm not just focusing on what I think I know that I can be opened to receive new information, new understanding, new experiences. And this is what love is, I think, right? This is what love is, the ability to sit with something and take it in and be in awe and in wonder. This is what it is to be in love. You don't take a moment for granted, right? Especially in those new relationships, those new beginnings. You don't take a moment for granted. You could just sit and do nothing together with whoever your beloved is at that moment. And you could just be okay. And you could take in the splendor of the feeling, the sensation, this person, this place, whatever it is where you're finding you are able to fall into the love. When you can release and surrender and let go and land in that place of wonder. But this is really difficult to do if I already have a notion that I've seen this, Oh, I've seen this. I know this. But then there is the levels where you get deeper and you get deeper. And the beauty and the wonder and the awe, it's familiar. Right? It's familiar. And you can just go, ah, yes. Ah, yes. Yes. That's the place that you don't have to ascribe a story. You don't have to limit the thing. You can just say yes. One of my favorite stories or teachings was from a monk who would respond to anything that came up as, is that so? Oh, is that so? Okay. Is that so? And then it's almost like, the moment that you say, yes, it is so, that it changes, right? And then you again get to say, oh, is that so? And in the times when I can remember this way, this practice, it's a practice. The times that I can remember this practice of being with the temporary, being with the shift, being with the flow, that's when I can feel most liberated. I don't feel bogged down by the mire of all the weight of my stories about anything. And when I don't have that burden, I don't have the burden of performing. I don't have to be any of the things that are prescribed by any of those memories, right? I don't have to be any role that I have been told by myself or by others that I am. I don't have to be that. And in those times this is what I say when I mean when I say liberation, right? When we get to be like new beings again, where every moment is an occurrence. It's occurring, right? There's no stagnancy. And sometimes those moments are brief, and sometimes they're far apart. But as you practice, you can begin to access those places more easily, I found. And then when I come up to something that I want to sit with, because I understand that if I carry it forward, if I carry this thing with me, then I'm going to take up space that won't allow me to experience the next occurrence. So I spend the time with that thing that's required of me. And some of these things are very quick, just a fleeting thought, a fleeting sensation, just a moment, like a flash. And some of them are like having a friend for tea, Some of them you sit and you're with it longer. Sometimes sadness, sometimes anger, sometimes confusion. These things can take a bit longer. But if we practice and we understand what's happening, that you're feeling an emotion, right? This is a feeling, this is a sensation. This is what change is. This is a shift. This is a transformation. And then when we feel those fleeting sparks of joy or happiness, we can also sit with those and explore and be in that space. And then whatever comes up for us, we can be here for it. That's what that means. I'm here for it. I'm here. I'm not in a memory, and I'm not in an anxiety about what I want to happen next. I'm here. I'm here for it. The thing. All right. Well, it does have a different feeling being in a different space. And this more open space is it's challenging me. It's challenging me right now to grow into the room. So we'll see how this works out. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey home. And put my hands together in the recognized position of gratitude and prayer. My gratitude is for expanding and collapsing. As my vision and my views expand, my awareness brings it right back in. I'm grateful. And my prayer today is that may we all have the light we need on our face. Right? This beautiful sun is coming out. And I'm wishing this light for all today. Thank you for joining us. The music that we had in the beginning of the session today was Benjy Wertheimer with his track Ahimsa from Voice of the Esraj. I saw Benjy on Saturday with Krishna Das up in Portland. That was lovely. It was a really nice time and a very safe venue. People were taking care of one another, and it was good. It was good to be a part of. So thanks to Sarah and Enrique for coming along, and thanks to Christopher and Raven for helping to facilitate bringing guests. And yeah. All right, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7:30 in the morning.